Hello everyone, welcome back. This is the third video in the LangChain series, and today we're going to learn how to create an agent using external model service providers. As a quick recap, we've already seen how to set everything up locally. We built an AI agent and connected it to Ollama running on our local machine. We also explored how to create custom tools and integrate them with our agent. Let's get started. Today, we'll explore how different model providers, such as OpenAI, Gemini, and others, can be integrated into our AI agent. We'll also look at how to design our agent in a way that allows us to switch providers easily in the future. In upcoming videos, we'll learn about observability using LangSmith and see how we can control and customize our agent's execution through LangChain's middleware functionality. In LangChain, there are two main ways to initialize an LLM before passing it to the create-agent method. The first approach is direct provider-specific initialization, and the second is using a universal chat model initialization function. Let's explore both approaches and understand when to use each one. In this approach, we directly import the provider-specific model class, such as chat-OpenAI for OpenAI or chat-groq-agent.py for Gemini. This method gives us full access to all provider-specific features, advanced parameters, and better type hints. It is best suited for production systems where the provider is fixed and we need maximum control. The second approach uses a unified chat model initialization function instead of importing provider-specific classes. We use a single interface that works across all the providers. LangChain automatically detects and configures the correct provider based on the model name. So you might be wondering, which approach should I use? Well, think of it this way. Direct import is like ordering from a specific restaurant's menu. You get all their specialty items. Init chat model is like using a food delivery app. You can easily switch restaurants without changing how you order. Both get you food, but the choice depends on whether you value specialization or flexibility. Create agent doesn't care which method you use. Both return a compatible line change chart model object, so in the agent code, it is the same regardless of your initialization choice. Now, let's revisit the code we created earlier. We initialized our local LLM using the chat-Ollama method. Then, we created an agent and connected it to the models running locally through Llama. We also passed in a list of tools that we defined in our tools.py file. As a quick recap, our setup includes two tools. The first one, getWeatherForecast, returns a weather summary, and the second one, getTuzerDetails by mobile number, provides a hard-coded response, in this case, John Doe. We pass these tools as a list when creating the agent. The application then continuously accepts user input, invokes the agent using the invoke method, and passes the user's question as part of the message. Finally, we print the response by extracting the content from the last message returned by the agent. Alright, now let's create a new file called groq-agent.py. In this version, we're going to switch from our local model and use groq as the external service provider instead. First, let's copy the existing code into this new file. Then, we'll remove the old Ollama model and its related dependencies since we won't be using it anymore. Now, because we're integrating groq, we need to add its dependency. To install it, simply run uv add LangChain groq. Once that's done, we're ready to configure groq as our new model provider. This command installs all the required dependencies to use groq as a service provider. Since I've already added it earlier, you won't see much happening here. Now, let's import the dependency from LangChain groq. We'll import chat-groq. Next, let's initialize the model. We'll create a variable called groq-LLM and assign it to chat-groq, where we specify the model name, for example, an OpenAI OSS-compatible model supported by groq. I'll explain later in the video where I got this model from. Now, we need to create a new file called .env. This file is used to securely store environment variables, such as API keys. Inside the .env file, we'll add our groq-API KUI and assign it the key value. Important, make sure you do not commit your .env file to version control. Add it to your .jagnor file so your API keys remain secure and are not exposed publicly. You'll also need to add the python-dotenv dependency. Next, import load dotenv from the dotenv module and call this function in your code. What this does is load the environment variables from your .env file, making the groq API keys automatically available to your ChatGroq configuration. So as our model provider, I'll be using Groq. You can visit their console at console.groq.com and sign in using your email address or Google account. I've chosen Groq because it offers certain API usage within a free tier limit, which makes it convenient for building and testing our agent without additional cost. Next, navigate to the API Keys section in the Groq console and create a new API key. You can give it any name you like, for example, Groq Test. Once you submit it, a new API key will be generated. Simply copy the key and paste it into your .env file under groq API QI. In the Groq console, you can also view all the available models. For this demo, I'm using the GPT OSS20B model. You can explore the documentation to see the full list of supported models and find the exact model name. Make sure you copy the precise model identifier and pass it correctly into your LangChain model configuration. Now, let's switch back to our IDE. I've already added my API key to the .env file. To use the variables from this file in your code, you'll need to install an additional dependency. You can do that by running uv add python-dotenv. Oh, one more thing. I forgot to specify the model parameter here. Let's go ahead and add the model name. Now that we've imported ChatGroq and configured everything properly, let's try running it. Go ahead and execute the groq agent. All right, agent is up and running. Let's test it with a question. Who is the user with mobile number 90909099081? Perfect. The LLM is running correctly and it's able to call the tool as expected. Now let's try another question. What is the capital of the USA? Perfect. Great. That's one way to initialize the model. Now, let's comment this out and try the second approach using init-chat model. First, we need to import init-chat model from langchain.chat models. Next, let's initialize the model again. We'll define groq LLM equals init-chat model. We'll pass the same model name as before. We also specify the model provider as groq. Additionally, we can configure parameters such as max tokens or temperature, depending on our requirements. All right, we've now created the model using init-chat model and plugged it into our agent. Let's exit the currently running agent by typing Q, and then run it again using the new configuration. Execute. View run groq-agent.py. Now let's test it with another question. What is the weather in Dubai? Perfect. As you can see, you can initialize the model in two ways, either by using the generic init-chat model method or by directly using the service provider's specific class. I've also created a similar setup for OpenAI. You can either use the direct OpenAI class or initialize it using the chat model method provided by LangChain. You can visit the LangChain website to explore all the supported model providers. I'll also include sample code for the most popular providers in the description, along with a GitHub link containing the complete working project. I'll make sure all the relevant details are added in the description below. In the next video, we'll cover how to add observability using Langsmith. Thank you.